My heart is saddened that I can't be here for this monumental mourning moment. The entire world learned about the greatest principal to ever live through a movie, Lean on Me. But you found out intimately that the principal was not his title, it was his lifestyle. And so today I wanted to pause to honor an incredible giant of a man in Joe Clark. He helped galvanize an entire generation to know that your actions have got to speak louder than your words and that you've got to mean what you say. Look eyes in the person whose hand you shake and speak with authority. The earth will miss him, but all of his students will celebrate him. We understand through John Maxwell that there is no success without a successor. Joe Clark was an amazing success because all of us now have the responsibility to hold up the standard and never reduce the expectation. May his memory live forever in our hearts, in our lives, and in our children.
Hey y'all, my name is Chanel Red, to some Chanel Irving. I went to Eastside High School. Joe Clark actually let me come to Eastside. I was in Kennedy District and I wrote him a letter saying, I want to come to Eastside. And he let me come there, of course. We did the whole big father-daughter meet and greet in his office. And he would time and again use that blowhorn and yell me out in the hallway to get to class. I appreciate, all the sternness that he had, the advice that he gave me as a young lady, about babies, about life. And he was just a good guy. To some they thought he was terrible, but he was just trying to make things better for us as kids growing up, and I appreciated it. And I'm sorry that he passed away. Much love to his family. And
hello, fellow classmates. Good afternoon. Like so many of you, I was asked to say a few words about Mr. Clark. There's so much all of us have learned from Mr. Clark, but three things stand out for me. And these are three things that I've taken and used throughout my career, my professional career, and then also how I interact with people, whether it's within the community or otherwise. One, Mr. Clark taught me how to be uncomfortable. When he took on the job at Eastside, and he really came to save all of us, he chose something that was a difficult role. Everyone knew it. A lot of people didn't count on him being successful. But he was willing to step up to the challenge. He was willing to make himself uncomfortable. And he saved all of us. The next thing is, he taught us how to buck the status quo. A lot of things that Mr. Clark did was unorthodox. It wasn't the usual thing that most educators would do. But he did what was necessary. A lot of folks on the outside that didn't really know what was going on the inside frowned upon that. But he did it his way. And quite frankly, it worked. That's why you and I are here. And that's why you and I today are better than what we were when we were in the halls of Eastside High School. The last thing is, he taught us how to be a leader. He taught us by example. When we saw him walking through the halls, before he said a word, we just saw a black man with the stature, with the walk, with the look. All of that just commanded respect. Even before he used all those large words, he had our respect. But most of all, he earned our respect because of what he did for us, what he did for Patterson, what he did for Eastside High School, and how he saved so many of us. I truly believe today I'm a better man because I met Mr. Clark. I think all of us are better because of who he was and what we learned from him. He's going to be missed. He's going to be missed by so many. Mr. Clark, know that you left a legacy of leaders. Your memory, who you were, what you've done will never be forgotten. People will see that whenever they see one of us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, this is Lisa, and I just wanted to say that your father's contribution to changing the lives of the young people of Eastside High will never be forgotten. Mr. Joe Clark will and always will be a shining example of what dedication and care should look like. His legend will live on forever. He will truly be missed. God bless.
Hi, I am so honored to be asked to say a few words on behalf of Dr. Joe Clark. My name's Anissa Stewart, and I am an independent gospel recording artist. And not only that, I am a teacher. And being in education for 23 years, I can honestly say that Joe Clark was a hero. And if I could use a metaphor for today, I would even call him an artist, a songwriter, if you will, writing a melody on the tablets of the lives of those that had the pleasure of knowing him, whether they felt it was a pleasure or not. I would even call him a sculptor, shaping and molding the futures of those that ended up on his potter's wheel. I know that in education, his primary goal was to positively impact the lives of every student that he came in contact with. And I can honestly say, I believe he did that and more. And when I think of the movie Lean on Me, it allowed me to see into the life of this awesome, powerful man that exuded two main words that come to mind: strength and courage. Strength and courage. He exuded strength and courage in the face of adversity. He stood up against adversity, casting aside his own fears, if he even had any. And I would like to honor him for being a change agent. While I offer my sincere condolences for the physical loss of such a great man, I help you celebrate him today for leaving such a legacy of abounding accomplishments. And because of all that he has done, he will live on in the lives of each of those individuals that he has touched. He will live on. And so the essence of that, the magnitude of that, you may never really know. So God bless you, and I thank you so much for this opportunity.
Listen, to God be the glory. This is your boy, Dr. William Warren Blunt from Paterson, New Jersey. I just want to say I took time out the studio to say, hey, I thank God for Mr. Joe Clark. Joe Clark paved the way for me. He taught me a lot, so many things, just about life, about just being a man. You know, as a young boy growing up in Paterson, towards the close to Alabama projects, East 24th Street, man, you know, Mr. Clark always was one of those type of people, even after hours, he'll come and talk to you. Before hours, he'll talk to you. So, and as my, you know, my career, you know, started blossoming a little bit, and I started doing little things in the industry. I always kept in contact with Mr. Clark and Joetta, and he blessed me to be able to do the Lean on Me play, and now that's turned into a sitcom. So my heart goes out to Mr. Clark, but I know he's in a definitely in a better place. And to Prince and Deborah, just continue to keep doing what you're doing. God bless. To Pinky Miller, to the guys Riff, everybody from Paterson, New Jersey. I love y'all, and see you soon. As you can see, I keep Mr. Clark close to me everywhere, in the studio, everywhere I go. He's always with me, and so my heart goes out. Eastside Ghost.
Hi, my name is Marvin Sykes, and I am a part of Joe Clark's legacy. Mr. Clark was my principal at Eastside from 1983 to 1987, and yes, I am a part of the class of 1987. And I tell you, if it wasn't for Joe Clark being the principal there, my mom was not going to allow me to go to Eastside, because before he got there, Eastside was a school that was filled with turmoil, had a lot of problems going on. And my mom had Mr. Clark at School 6 as one of her teachers. And because she knew his character and the type of person that he was, she allowed me to go to Eastside. You know, some of the things that I do remember about Mr. Clark is he knew everybody's name. Once you heard that bullhorn, you didn't want to go in his direction. You wanted to go the other way. And he had something called the word of the day. Every day he got on the loudspeaker in the school, and he gave us a new word. And his most famous word, expeditiously. All right, so you want to move expeditiously through the hallways. So it was some things that he did, just the way he carried himself, his mannerisms, that carried over to me. And I know for 100%, if it wasn't for him, I probably would not have went into law enforcement. I did 25 years in the Patterson Police Department and retired in 2019. And I tell you, if it wasn't for some of the things that he said that stuck with me, I probably would not have chosen that path. So, Mr. Clark, God bless you. May you rest in peace. And I truly want to thank you for helping me be the change that I wanted to be. Be blessed. Thank you, guys. Stay encouraged. Take care.
Time hearing about Dr. Joe Clark was through the movie Lean on Me, and the movie had such a powerful impact on my life, and it made me want to pursue a degree in education. And so I just want to say that maybe one day I pray that I could be as powerful and have an impact on the world like he did. So my prayers are with you all.